There is something nobody ever warned you about. The people who are hurting you the most right now are not the ones who scream at you or insult you openly. They are the ones who smile at your face, call you a good friend, and then walk away laughing at how easy you are to use. Most people go their entire lives without realizing this. They keep giving, keep forgiving, keep showing up, and they call it being a good person. But what they are actually doing is handing toxic people a free pass to keep draining them. Today, that stops. Because in the next few minutes, you are going to see 7 specific signs that someone in your life has already decided you are easy to fool. And once you see these signs clearly, you will never be able to unsee them. Think about one specific person in your life right now. Ask yourself honestly, when was the last time that person reached out to you? Just to check in. Just to say, hey, just to ask how you were doing without needing something from you. If you are struggling to remember, that is your answer right there. Toxic people are strategic. They are not randomly cold to you and then suddenly warm. There is always a pattern. They go quiet for weeks, sometimes months, and then one day your phone lights up with their name and your stomach gets that small, hopeful feeling because you have been missing them. But within 3 messages, the real reason appears. They need a favor. They need money. They need your time. They need your connections. Research in social psychology has shown that people who are consistently transactional in relationships, meaning they only engage when they want something, score significantly higher on measures of narcissistic and exploitative behavior. You are not imagining it. These people are not accidentally bad at staying in touch. They are intentionally managing how much emotional investment they put into you based on what they can extract. The moment you stop being useful, you will see exactly how real that friendship was. This one is so specific and so common that if you have experienced it, you probably remember exactly who comes to mind. Someone borrows your car and returns it with a dent, and somehow the conversation ends with them saying, "Your car is old anyway." Someone borrows money, and when you gently bring it up weeks later, they act irritated, like you are being petty. Someone uses your laptop and loses files and says you should have backed them up. This pattern has a name in psychology. It is called DARVO, which stands for deny, attack, reverse victim, and offender. It is a manipulation tactic where the person who caused harm flips the dynamic so quickly and so confidently that you end up apologizing for bringing it up. These people are not confused. They are counting on your discomfort with conflict. They already know you will not push back hard. That is why they chose you. There is a specific kind of cruelty that hides behind humor, and it is one of the most psychologically damaging things a person can do to you. They comment on your weight in front of others. They make jokes about your job, your relationship, your choices. They bring up your insecurities in group settings with a laugh on their face. And when you react, when your expression changes or you try to say something, they immediately pivot. You are too sensitive. It was just a joke. Can you not take a joke? This is not playful banter between equals. Research on relational aggression shows that public humiliation disguised as humor is one of the most common tools used to establish social dominance and keep a target feeling small and off balance. The goal is never to make people laugh. The goal is to make you feel like you cannot defend yourself without looking like the problem. They pick at you in public because they have already calculated that your need to avoid conflict will keep you silent. You have done the work. You have stayed late, covered for them, filled in the gaps. fix the problems they created. And when the result is good, somehow they are the ones talking about it. Their name gets associated with the win. And then, the one time something goes sideways, before you have even had a chance to explain your side, the story has already been told, and your name is attached to the failure. This is not accidental. This is a calculated pattern of behavior that exploits good faith. A 2019 study on workplace dynamics found that individuals who consistently take credit from others while deflecting blame are significantly more likely to report high levels of Machiavellian personality traits. These are people who have made a conscious or semi-conscious decision that your reputation is a resource they can use. They will keep doing this as long as there is no consequence. Ask yourself if you have ever been strung along by someone. You need an answer from them, and they say, "Let me check." You need a commitment, and they say, "Give me a few days." You wait, you follow up gently. They say, "I will let you know soon," and then nothing, until they need something again. This behavior is what psychologists call intermittent reinforcement, and it is one of the most powerful tools for keeping someone trapped in a cycle of hoping and waiting. Casino slot machines work on this exact principle. Occasional unpredictable rewards keep people hooked far more effectively than consistent ones. Toxic people who leave you in a permanent state of maybe are not confused about what they want. They want you available. The uncertainty keeps you engaged. The moment they give you a clear answer, they lose that control. You are so reliable. You are the only one I trust with this. Nobody else could handle this the way you can. If you have heard these things right before someone asked you for a significant favor, you have been on the receiving end of what researchers call ingratiation tactics. This is a studied and documented phenomenon where individuals use flattery strategically to lower a target's defenses and increase compliance. The praise feels good. Of course it does. Humans are wired to respond to recognition. But genuine appreciation does not show up only when something is needed. Genuine appreciation does not disappear the moment the favor is done. If the warmth only appears at the beginning of a request and vanishes after you deliver, what you experienced was not appreciation. It was a transaction, and you were the product. This last sign is the most dangerous because it does not feel like an attack. It feels like concern. You share something you're excited about, a new business idea, a relationship you are pursuing, a skill you want to build, and they immediately start with the doubts. That is risky. Are you sure about this? I do not want to see you get hurt. People have tried this before. Listen to me. The language is soft, but the effect is erosion. Over time, you stop sharing. Over time, you start filtering your own ambitions through their doubt before you even try. This is not accidental pessimism. Research on social undermining shows that people who consistently discourage the goals of others often do so because your growth represents a threat to the dynamic they benefit from. Keeping you uncertain and dependent keeps you available. A person who genuinely cares about you will point out real risks while encouraging you to move forward. A person who wants to keep you small will only ever focus on why you should stay exactly where you are. Now that you have seen all 7 signs, here is what I need you to do right now. Go through your close circle in your mind, one person at a time. How many of these signs appear? Even 2 or 3 is too many. You do not have to make a dramatic announcement. You do not have to start a conflict. But you do have to start valuing your own time. your own energy, and your own boundaries enough to stop handing them over for free. The people who treat you like a fool are counting on you never figuring this out. Comment below with the number of signs you recognized in someone you know. Let other people see they are not alone in this.